In many ways, buying, rehabilitating, and selling reptiles from Craigslist of all places is like the biggest backbone of my channel, and I think it's kind of cool. I've done a lot of videos showing actual experiences, but there's many others that I never filmed, either because I didn't think they'd be interesting or because I just didn't have time because we had so much going on. But there are a lot that are still worth sharing, I guess, as story times and videos, kind of like one of the saddest pickups, but it's also worth sharing because it's kind of funny too. Sad funny? I don't know. I'm not really sure if it's funny. So like any other day, scouring Craigslist on every tab they have with every single keyword relating to reptiles we could think of to see what shows up. And a baby corn snake popped up. Although it was only a normal morph, it was only 20 bucks. And it looked very healthy, which means we basically just have to quarantine it, watch it, and once it's all good, list it for maybe 50, 55 bucks plus shipping and profit like 35, 40 bucks. So not too bad. Message them saying, all right, anytime, anywhere, we'll come get your corn snake. And she worked at a hospital or some sort of doctor's office. And since she was gonna be working all day, we were like, yeah, we can just meet you at work. And she decided to give us some more details on why she was rehoming. She said that her daughter was acting up and it's actually her snake. She yoinked the corn snake from her child and listed it on Craigslist for a stranger to buy. I'd say that for all strangers to be buying it, we weren't very bad candidates. Like, it could definitely be worse, but it's also kind of harsh to do that to your child. I think they're a teenager, like 16 or 17 or something. If I remember right, it was something not as simple as like a bad grade. I think she like shoplifted or something, and so she was like, all right, you got that thing of lipstick, and now your corn snake goes bye-bye for $20. So yeah, we were gonna go pick it up the next day when she was at work. But because we had the mother's name, we happened to be able to find her. So I searched the mother's name on Facebook, which brought up her Facebook, and she also happened to tag her daughter in some images. We decided to message the daughter and be like, hey, we're buying your corn snake tomorrow. It kind of sucks. I would hate to get my animal taken away. So what we will do is hold on to it for you for maybe a few months, however long is necessary till your mother cools down, and we'll sell it back to you for twice the price. She never responded. Was this kind of weird to do? Maybe. I don't know if she read it or not, but we offered, and I mean, doesn't hurt to make the offer. We felt a little less bad doing that than taking it and then selling it to someone else, but she's gonna get rid of the corn snake regardless, so might as well be us, and we know we could get a good home. So we went the next day and said, yeah, we're here. We went inside just waiting because she didn't respond immediately. Maybe she was doing surgery, maybe she's just a secretary, I don't know. We rode the elevator up and down, I don't know, whatever you do when you're bored in the hospital. And yeah, she messaged and she was like, all right, give me a sec, just gotta go get it. And she came back. Corn snake looked great. It was just this cute, normal baby corn, everything you'd expect. Popped her it's not a Benjamin. I don't know what's on the $20 bill. Popped her one of those. And we're like, yeah, thanks so much. Sorry, your daughter sucks, goodbye. As you know, Craigslist can be a pretty sketchy place, but the same goes for the internet in general. And if you're watching this video without a VPN, I'd say you're doing it wrong. But lucky for you, this video is sponsored by Surfshark. It's a virtual private network that secures your data with industry-leading measures by using uncrackable encryption and the most secure protocols, keeping your IP and DNS completely hidden. It can sound complicated at first, but it is super easy to use, and Surfshark lets you use one subscription for an unlimited number of devices. So when you sign up, you can add it to your PC, Mac, iOS, Linux, Android. It's an insane amount, all with one subscription. But it's not just about security. Surfshark unlocks the 15 largest Netflix country libraries from the US to Japan, and it keeps you safe on public Wi-Fi, avoid location-based price discrimination on things like rental cars and plane tickets, and a lot more. And if you use the link below and code GoHerping, you get 83% off and an additional 3 free months of Surfshark. So I'd suggest you check it out in the description. And I don't remember exactly, but I think I was the passenger. So while on the drive back, I opened the cup up and was like, all right, let's see how it is. It can be a little risky opening up corn snakes or any small animal in a car. It's normally best to wait because you don't know if they're gonna freak out and flail away or try and bite you or something. But I picked it up and it didn't move. It was dead. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes when certain animals are dead, especially a baby corn snake that's coiled up in a little container. They don't have eyelids, they're not gonna close their eyes. It was dead. We made sure we flipped it over and it already had rigor mortis. It was just totally, yep, not living anymore. So we're like, well, this sucks. Me being the very antisocial, very avoiding any social interaction I possibly can, there's one thing that always overrides my social anxiety, and that is money. And I hate when I lose money. So I instantly, very angrily called her back. She did not answer, so I angrily texted her a few times and was like, your snake is dead, give me my money back. Again, she didn't answer immediately, so we went back in. We're like, yo, where's I don't know her name. She looked like a Kathy. Where's Kathy? Respectfully, because the secretary didn't do anything. Ma'am, could you please direct us to Kathy? She didn't know who Kathy was. So after her, what I can only presume was her next surgery, or maybe just her next phone call, because I don't know what her job was, she responded and was like, what do you mean it's dead? Well, and then she came out and we saw her and like showed her. But keep in mind, we were in a doctor's office. This was literally in just the hallway. People were walking by and we were just with this dead corn snake. I'm surprised she kept her job, honestly, but she saw it was dead. It was clearly not like we had just killed it in the past 5 minutes. And she was like, this is so crazy. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what happened. And she was like, well, what do you think happened? And then we were like, well, where was the corn snake? And she said it was in the car. This was in like July or August. It was the middle of summer in North Carolina. It was 105 degrees out. She said she got to work at 9 a.m. and she left the corn snake in her SUV from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It was 105 degrees outside. Literally, a corn snake would probably die just staying in 105 degrees for too long, let alone a car heating up to, I don't know, my car when it's 100 degrees heats up to 150. So, I mean, that baby cooked, and it cooked nice and crisp. I shouldn't say that about a dead corn snake. On the serious side, dying of heat stroke or overheating is one of the most painful ways to go, especially if you are a cold-blooded animal. If you think it's bad as a warm-blooded, you don't want to imagine it as a cold-blooded. In fact, you can't imagine it because you're warm-blooded and you don't know what it's like. And it's bad, and we were extremely angry at her, but then again, we're in the middle of her job and she needs to get back to work. And at the end of the day, we just wanted either a corn snake or our $20. And so we took our $20 and left. And the reason I think this is the saddest is no, we've bought, believe it or not, many dead animals from Craigslist. We bought animals that were dead immediately. We bought animals that were dead 10 minutes, an hour, a day later, a week later even. But this was the one that she took from her daughter because her daughter acted up and then she killed it. She didn't mean to kill it. I just really want to know. I wonder if she told her that it died or not. Also, I forgot I have a box here I need to open, so I meant to do that earlier, but this sword is really getting its use going. Of course, it's a little bit easier than buying and selling animals off Craigslist, because now they just come in a box, but this should be a snake as well, probably not a baby corn snake based on the size though. No note, no nothing. So yeah, oh my God, is this snake fat or just huge? It's a piebald ball python. I think it's a male. If I remember which email this was, it looks like it has the early signs of scale rot. It has very red hues to its scales. The nice thing about white snakes is it's a lot easier to see physical blemishes, and this one, like, it has a little scar in one spot, that's not a big deal, but it just has this red hue all over. It could just be going in the shed. Sometimes snakes will just, especially ball pythons, will have this red. Well, either way, it's a little bit better than the baby corn snake because this one is still breathing and did not overheat in a 100 to 200, 300 degree vehicle. I think the fact that it got past both us and her, the fact that it was dead, all three of us saw it and still thought it was alive, that's just kind of weird. So I said the story was kind of funny. What was the funny part? I never heard anything from her or the kid again. But yeah, my biggest question is I wonder if she told her daughter that the corn snake was dead. Probably not, unless she really did something bad. Hey, you know, first, I know you cried over the fact that I sold your snake on Craigslist, but get this, I also cooked it to death. She's probably never shoplifted since. She's probably a responsible adult now because of this dead corn, so I should stop joking about it. Well, that's it. You can check out the playlist of all the experiences I did film, which I think are also very interesting. But if you enjoy just a quick sit down and a little story time of different experiences, I've got plenty more. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. You can use my code for 83% off and 3 free months linked below. That's it for this video. I'm Alex, and thanks for watching. And RIP corn snake.